Attention real estate enthusiasts, side hustlers, and anyone who's been watching other people make money online. While you're still trying to figure out how to get in, what if I told you that right now in counties across America, there are billions of dollars sitting unclaimed that legally belong to people who have no idea that this money even exists? And what if I could show you in the next 60 days how to locate that money, connect those people with what's theirs, and collect anywhere between 15 to 30% of every dollar that you recover as your fee? While families genuinely thank you for finding them life-changing money that they thought was gone forever, positioning yourself in one of the least competitive income opportunities left in real estate, and building a business that pays you more when the economy gets worse, not less. Even if you've never worked a single real estate deal, even if you have no capital to invest, no license, and no legal background, even if you've tried other business models and couldn't make them work, without buying a property, without needing your own credit or cash, without fighting hundreds of other people for the same deal, you are probably wondering, who am I and why should you listen? My name is Eric Richardson. Most people know me as the money-making juggernaut. And here's what qualifies me to actually teach you this business. I played professional basketball in Finland and Spain. While I was overseas between practices and games, I had free time, so I used it. I started researching ways to build income back in the United States, not get-rich-quick schemes. I was trying to actually build something tangible that would last for a long time. And when I came back stateside, I scaled what I built. I was able to run this business full time. I also became a financial advisor. I oversaw more than $8 million in annuities and life insurance. That work put me directly inside the foreclosure world, and that's where I found surplus funds. I have personally recovered over $3 million in surplus funds through my own active recovery business, Prestige Family Assets Group. That's not a number that I put on a presentation slide. That's money that I physically filed claims for and watched arrive in people's accounts. I'm the founder of the Money Making Juggernaut, the most followed surplus funds education platforms in the country. I am a published author of The Power of Doing More, and I've built a training program that has produced students across America who are closing claims right now. But here's what matters the most. My students aren't just learning about surplus funds. They're cashing checks. They're closing their first claim within weeks of going through the training. They're recovering $20,000, $40,000, $60,000, and they're getting 30% of this. Some of them got their first payment before they even finished the course. They're building real businesses from home with a phone and Wi-Fi connection. The difference between them and people who are still waiting is simple, and someone who actually runs this business teaching them how. Here's what most people trying to get into real estate or making money online will never tell you. You don't need to buy a property to profit from real estate. You don't need capital. You don't need credit. You don't even need a license. So what actually makes you money in this space? Knowing that right now in virtually every county and every state in America, there are former property owners who are owed tens of thousands of dollars by the government. They lost their property to a tax sale or a mortgage foreclosure auction. The property sold for more than what was owed, and that difference is called the surplus, excess proceeds, or the overage. This legally belongs to them, and they have no idea. Counties don't call them. Nobody sends a letter saying, hey, we're holding $47,000 for you. The process is buried in legal language and public records that most people don't know how to read or even know it exists. The money just sits there waiting with an expiration date on it. Most so-called real estate gurus aren't going to point you towards this. They want you buying their wholesaling course, their flipping program, their mastermind on rental portfolios. All of it requires money, credit, connections that you may not have. This doesn't. That's exactly where you come in. You find the money, you find the person, you help them get paid and collect their fee. When they do, you get paid. That's the business. And that's exactly why the surplus funds profit system teaches you how to build. So let me tell you what is actually happening in this country right now. The brutal reality. Foreclosure filings in America are rising, not slowly, but fast. Between 2020 and 2023, government forbearance programs held millions of homeowners who fell behind on property taxes and mortgages that allowed them to defer their payments, and that number looked manageable, but that protection is gone. Those who deferred, payments came due. Property owners couldn't catch up. They started losing their homes and properties to the tax sales, the mortgage foreclosures at an accelerating rate. And the cascade isn't close to finished. Property Property values surged 30 to 40% in many markets. 2020 and 2022, that drove the property tax assessment through the roof. Homeowners who could barely afford their taxes at the old rate got hit with bills based on valuations they've never actually even realized. Not because they made more money, because the government reassessed what they owed. Then inflation hit household budgets from every direction at once: groceries, utilities, insurance. The same families taking on higher tax bills were simultaneously watching every dollar stretch thinner than it had in decades. Then rates went up. Property owners who needed to sell, pay off delinquent taxes, couldn't find any qualified buyers. Their exit closed. The debt compounded, the auction date arrived, and now the commercial real estate is in a crisis as well. Most people aren't paying attention to this. Office vacancies and historic levels are going hand in hand. These delinquencies are feeding the properties into the foreclosure pipeline. The results: mortgage foreclosure rates are climbing, tax sale rates are climbing. Every one of these auctions is a potential surplus funds opportunity. And here's why this doesn't stop anytime soon. Property tax assessments lag. They take years to catch up with the correct market. That means owners are still being billed based on a 2021 peak valuation, even as their financial situation stays tight. Economic pressure across multiple sectors has made household incomes unstable in ways that don't resolve in just a quarter. And the government assistance programs that provided breathing room have scaled back. The pipeline of opportunity isn't slowing. It keeps building up every day. The National Tax Lien Association tracks more than $21 billion in outstanding tax liens across America at any given time. Hundreds of millions in surplus funds are generated from tax sales alone every year. The National Association of Unclaimed Property Administrators report that billions go unclaimed annually across all categories. And county surplus funds are at the top in the most under-publicized categories in that total. Every week, properties are being seized and sold at auctions. Surplus funds are being created. Former owners walk away thinking they've lost everything, with no idea a check is sitting in a county account with their name on it. Some of those accounts expire in just 1 year, some 3, and after the deadline, the money goes to the government permanently. And that's exactly where you come in. Now, let me show you what the traditional path into real estate actually looks like for most people trying to build income right now. Buying rental properties, you need 20 to 25% down, solid credit, tenants who actually pay, and when they don't, the mortgage comes out of your pockets. When the roof leaks, that comes out of your pockets as well. You're not an investor. You are a landlord with a second job and a liability on your balance sheets. Flipping houses, you need the purchase capital. You need the renovation budget, a contractor who shows up and stays on schedule, carrying costs for months while the work gets done, and a buyer's market that cooperates when you list. One bad contractor and one slow market wipes out 6 months of potential profit in a deal that looked perfect on paper. Wholesaling, that market is crowded. The margins have compressed. You're fighting for the same distressed deals as everyone else who watched the same YouTube videos that you watched. And your buyer's list is the difference between a check and a dead contract. Waiting for real estate prices to become affordable, that's not a strategy, that's hope. And the entry point moves further and further away every time you're almost close enough. And relying on your job while you're waiting for something to change, layoffs have hit every industry: finance, tech, healthcare administration. Corporate America is trimming headcount. And just keeping these operations are going to cut every single time. Your paycheck is not as secure as it feels. The painful truth: if you're waiting for the traditional path into real estate to open up for someone without significant capital, it won't. But if you know about surplus funds, you don't need that path. No capital, no credit, no license, no tenants, no contractors, no competing offers on the same deal. You need knowledge and you need a phone. You know what? Think about this. The California gold rush of 1849. Thousands of people left everything and traveled west to mine for gold. They slept in tents, they swung pickaxes, they risked everything on the chance that gold would be where they dug. Most people came back broke. But do you know who made the real money? The merchants. The people selling the shovels and the boots and the pants to the miners. They showed up to serve the rush, not to compete in it. And they got paid regardless of whether the miners struck gold or they went home with nothing. Right now, real estate is a gold rush. Everyone is fighting to buy. Everyone wants a deal. But every single week across thousands of counties in America, surplus checks are sitting in government accounts. Money that didn't go to the auction winner, money that belongs to the person who lost their property, money waiting to be claimed. Most people in real estate are competing over the same deals. The smart play is knowing the money is already there, counted, set aside, waiting, and being the person who goes to get it before the clock expires. You're not chasing gold, you're picking up the gold that's already been found, already been deposited into a government account, and is sitting there for anyone who knows how to go get it. That's this business. As I speak to you, three forces are colliding right now that make this a once in a generation opening. Force number one, the foreclosure wave. Tax delinquency rates are rising nationwide. Forbearance protections have expired. Property tax bills built on an inflated 2021 era, the valuations are still coming due. The number of properties sold at auctions is growing month over month. Each sale creates a potential surplus. The pipeline is not slowing down. Force number two, the unclaimed money crisis. Every surplus fund has a deadline. Most former property owners will never know the money even exists. Counties don't advertise. Real estate attorneys who know about it focus on their paying clients. The result is hundreds of millions of dollars sitting in county accounts with ticking clocks on them. Someone has to find these people. Right now, almost nobody is doing this. And force number three, the knowledge gap. This business model is almost completely unknown to the general public. The data is public record, the process is learnable, but the awareness that even exists as a business, rare. That means the competition you'd face in wholesaling and flipping and rentals, it barely exists here. You're standing at the intersection of the biggest foreclosure cycle in recent memory. A mountain of unclaimed money with expiration dates on it and a business model that almost nobody has heard of. That window does not stay open forever. Right now, you can learn this. Close your first claim within 60 days and operate in a market with minimal competition. 2 to 3 years from now, more people will have discovered this. The easy early ground will be claimed. First movers in this business built the pipeline, the reputation, and the referral networks that latecomers can't break into. Which one will you be? You might be thinking, this sounds real, but I don't know the legal process. I don't know how to find the records. What if the property owner doesn't trust me? What if I do all the work and the county fights me back? I've never done anything like this. Where do I even start? Here's the truth. Becoming a surplus funds recovery agent is not about being a lawyer. It's not about having real estate experience. It's about learning a repeatable process and communicating clearly with people who need your help. And here's what most people who try this get completely wrong. They think they need a real estate license. In most states, they don't. They think that it's legally complicated. It's learnable. It's just that almost nobody teaches it properly. They think that they need to convince property owners to work with them when they don't. When you call someone and you say the county is holding $47,000 that belongs to you from when your property sold at auction, I'll do all the work to file the claim. You pay me nothing up front. I take a percentage when you get your money. They're gonna say yes. You're not selling anything. You're delivering great news. You are the person who just told someone their life might be different. That conversation is not hard. It's one of the easiest conversations you'll ever have in business. The real reason most people fail at this isn't lack of skill, it's that they try to piece it together from free content. They hit a roadblock that they don't know how to solve, and they don't have a system. They don't have any support. They're figuring out all of this alone, and they don't have anybody that is walking them through this step by step. We built this around 4 simple steps: find, connect, claim, and collect your money. No theory seminars, no motivational content, just 4 actions in order that take you from zero knowledge to a closed claim. Let me show you why working on a contingency agreement is the most powerful structure in this business. No upfront cost to the client means they say yes before you've proven anything. You're not asking for trust that they don't have yet. You're earning it by going to work first. They cooperate completely. And when someone stands to recover $50,000 that they thought was gone and they return your calls, they send you documents that you need, they're motivated in a way that no sales pitch could even manufacture. Now, your fees are significant. It's not $100 for your service. We're talking $7,000 to $25,000 per claim, depending on the size of your surplus. One claim can equal months of income from a traditional job. And clients talk. When you hand someone a $52,000 check that they thought was gone, they tell their family, they tell their neighbors, they tell their church. Your referral pipeline starts to build without you even asking for it. So let's run the numbers. Say your goal is 10,000 a month. The traditional path, you get a job at 60K a year. That's 5K a month before taxes. You commute, you answer to somebody else, you earn that money 1 hour at a time, 40 to 50 hours a week. And the company can decide tomorrow that your position has been eliminated. Your income is not yours, it's borrowed. The asset recovery path, the average surplus found that we work are about 45,000, and a 35% rate is over 15K. You close 2 deals, that's 31K, working from home, your own schedule, in a business that gets stronger as the economy tightens. 1 claim per month covers the $10,000 target. 2, and you've replaced what most people earn working full-time for somebody else. 2 consulting clients, or a job that could disappear tomorrow. Which would you rather have? Now, let's talk about the steps in detail. You'll learn how to pull public records from the county clerks, the tax commissioners, the sheriff's sale databases in every state. You'll learn how to read auction results, calculate the surplus amounts from public data, and identify which claims are worth pursuing. You'll build a working pipeline of live opportunities, real surplus funds sitting in real counties right now. After step 1, you'll have actual leads in front of you, not hypotheticals, not examples, real county accounts with real money and real former owners who haven't been reached out to yet. This is why I want you guys to join this program. Now, the second step, you guys are gonna learn how to locate former property owners through public records, even when they've moved multiple times, even when there's no forwarding address, and even when the trail looks cold. You'll learn exactly what to say when you actually reach out to them, how to explain the opportunity in plain language, and how to get the agreement signed on the first call. The outreach scripts are included, the templates are included. You don't figure out the conversation on your own. You use the one that's already been tested. This is a proven system. This is not a theory or a hypothetical. Now, about the claiming, you will learn the claim filing process county by county and state by state. You'll get the document templates, the filing checklist, the follow-up sequences for county treasurers, and the roadmap for handling the most common complications: competing liens, missing documentation, slow-moving county offices. By the time you complete this step, you have active claims moving through the system. The clock is running. The money is in motion. The question is, are you actually going to apply yourself? Because that's all you need to do. And the greatest step of this all is collecting. You'll learn how to structure fee agreements that protect you when the disbursement goes out. You'll learn how to confirm your payment before the county even releases the funds. How to convert every client into a referral source that builds your future pipeline. The goal isn't just one check. It's a business that compounds over time. You guys have the ability to close multiple deals every single month. Now, what you get at the live training, this is where you walk away with literally everything. The complete find, connect, claim, collect system laid out step by step so you understand exactly how this works. From your first day to your first payment, a live walkthrough of real surplus funds data pulled from real county records, not hypothetical examples, actual live data so that you know exactly what you're looking for. The exact language to use when you reach out to a former property owner. Word for word, so you're not improvising, you know exactly what you're doing. A complete overview of the claim filing process so you understand what you're doing before you even do it. And this is direct. This is live access to ask me questions. Not a chat bot, not a support ticket, me in real time. And I'm giving you guys some bonuses. The foreclosure opportunity map. I'll walk every attendee through which states and counties are currently generating the highest surplus funds at any given moment. You'll know exactly where to start before the training even ends. This is not information that you'll be able to find easily on your own. And bonus number 2, we even have a live Q&A. Every question is answered before we even close. I stay until every hand is down. This does not happen on a replay. This is the only option that's available for people that are in the room. Let me paint 2 pictures for you. Picture number 1, you don't register. 6 months from now, you're in the same position, still watching real estate news about foreclosures climbing and thinking someone must be making money on this, still waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity, the right capital to appear, and somewhere in your county right now, there are surplus funds with countdown clocks on them. Nobody claimed them. Not because the money wasn't there, because nobody knew to look. The clock expired. The money went back to the government. The family who was owed that money never found out. You're still looking for your entry point, still watching others build, still telling yourself you'll do it when the timing is better. The timing never gets better. better on its own. Picture number 2, you register, you show up. 60 days from now, you've pulled in your first surplus funds list. You've made your first call. You've gotten an agreement signed. You filed the claim. You're waiting on a disbursement. And this is gonna bring you potentially $15,000 for your work that you did from your kitchen table. 6 months from now, you've closed multiple claims. You're getting referrals from people you've already helped. The business is compounding. And every time you read a headline about rising foreclosures, you don't worry, you see an opportunity. Which version of the next 6 months do you actually want? Now, I want to give you 3 reasons to act now. Reason number 1, the surplus funds have expiration dates. Every claim that exists today has a legal window, and when that window closes, the money is absorbed back into counties and state offices. It's gone permanently. Every month you don't have this system is a month that you can't recover. Every expired claim is money that was available and never touched. And reason number 2, this knowledge gap won't hold. Right now, almost nobody knows this business exists. The data is public. The process is learnable. The awareness just isn't there yet. And that is the advantage. The agents who built their pipeline, their reputation, and their referral base now will have a position that later comers can't actually do. 2 or 3 years from now, this conversation isn't going to happen. Everybody's gonna know about it. The crowd is gonna be here. And number 3, this training is live and it doesn't run on a schedule that waits for you. I run this personally. There's no replay that captures a live Q&A. There are limited seats because I'm not operating a webinar mill. I'm running a real training where people get real answers and leave with a real plan. If you're watching this, seats are still open, but they won't be for long. So what's gonna happen next? Step 1, go ahead and click the button below this video and register for the live training. Step 2, save the date and show up. This is not recorded for a replay. The people in the room get the complete training, both bonuses, and direct Q&A with me. And step 3, bring your real questions. If you've looked into surplus funds before and hit a wall, bring that. If you're starting completely from zero, bring that. Either way, you are going to leave with clarity, but you need to show up first. And this is not for everyone. If you are looking for passive income where nothing is required from you, this isn't that. If you want to register and not actually attend, save both of us that time. But if you are ready to learn a real business, one that helps people recover money that's legally theirs, pays you generously for doing it, grows stronger and stronger as the economy tightens, and doesn't require you to buy a single piece of property, then this is the training that is built for you. Right now, somewhere in your state, a family lost their home to a tax sale. They're rebuilding, they're struggling, and in a county office that they've never been to, there is a check with their name on it that no one is coming to claim. That money either gets recovered before the deadline or it disappears. The county won't call them. The auctioneer won't call them. Nobody in that process is motivated to find the former owner and hand that back to them. Nobody except someone who knows this system. Foreclosures are rising. They're going to keep rising. Every single month that passes, more surplus funds are created and more clock starts ticking. And more families are sitting on money that they don't even know about. The AI revolution is creating one kind of economic disruption. Rising foreclosures are creating another. The question isn't whether the opportunity exists. It does. The question is whether you'll be the one getting paid to work it, or the one who watched somebody else do it and wish they moved sooner. The choice is simple. The clock is running. Click the button below, register for the training, come ready to build something real, and I'll see you guys there.